What's up, Smallkickz family? I'm Tay.
And I'm D.
Oh, God. We're never going to get these intros together.
We can get it, yes. Hey, what's up, Smallkickz family? This is Tay, and I'm D. Welcome back to our channel. Hey. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all been? We miss y'all. Hi.
Anywho, all that.
I'm taking a picture.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
I just was seeing if he was done or not.
Why are you not talking? Why are you so busy worried about what I'm doing?
Because you're doing a lot.
How am I doing a lot? It's going nowhere. It's going nowhere, miss.
I'm talking about my hair. I used to be long hair, don't care. Shrinkage is real.
Now she studied, don't grow it.
Shrinkage is... Anyway, what we came here for, y'all didn't come here to see all the posing and talking about hair. So,
you don't know what they came here for. Maybe people do come here to just want to see me pose.
Okay. Well, you could pose.
I know I can. I don't need your permission. I do whatever I want anyways. She's hating.
But we're going to have a story time.
Story time? What is?
Oh, story time. Yes. So, we're going to tell you pretty much why we don't show our youngest daughter, and also how we had her. Yeah, we didn't do it together and make a baby. That's not how a lesbian relationship works. Why are you just sitting there? Why are you just sitting there like that? Anywho, so, the story of...
She carried.
The story of how we had our daughter and why we do not show her. So, pretty much,
She petty.
Huh? I'm petty.
Yeah, that's why we don't show her, because she's petty. I have reasons for not showing. Her reasons are petty reasons.
My reasons are extremely petty.
Yes.
But in the same token, it means a lot to me.
I understand her petty reasons.
It means a lot to me. And I will remain petty. A lot of people are probably over it by now, but a lot of people still are not. But, however, to start from the very beginning, how we conceived our daughter. So, like I said before, us two cannot lay down and make a child like a heterosexual relationship. So me and Deanna, we had long talks when we very first started talking about adding on to our family.
I was against it.
Deanna was totally against it, but she had 2 kids that, you know,
are biologically mine, yes,
are her kids. I didn't have any children, and kids are not my favorite, but I always wanted a child, or 2 or 3 or 4.
No, she only wanted 1. She used to have a thing of I'm one and done. Now she done her one and done changed to where she wants more. I'm definitely not with that.
So, she compromised, finally came, and I guess seemed like, oh, she really wants a biological child of her own.
It took some years.
So we came, we actually looked around at some...
7 years before Lex was born?
I don't know. We looked through some sperm banks, and our goal was to find a guy that had a lot of similarities to Deanna. So her blood type, her complexion, her eyes shape. If you notice, she got chinky eyes.
That is racist. My eyes are slanted. They're not chinky.
She have slanted eyes. Sorry for any anybody who gets offended from saying chinky eyes.
Yes, because I get off because yeah, a lot of people do get offended by that. Yeah, I've gotten comments.
What shit? Okay.
Because of my email, I get comments because of my email all the time.
But we tried to really make sure that the guy had a lot of similarities to Deanna. So we found a guy who did have a lot of similarities to Deanna.
Are you talking about the one we went with or the original one?
The one we went with.
We didn't know nothing about him. We don't even know what he looks like.
We
only have my blood type. We don't know what he looks like physically.
And the description on the thing, it did tell you.
That's not the original. That was the original guy, not the one that
bamboozled.
No,
it's
because I'm the one who picked the donor. She's talking about the original person, and we ended up not being able to pick him because he was something positive. I don't remember.
Well, we know it wasn't like.
Yeah, I don't know. It was some
disease,
blood type
you
thing.
Can't,
no,
you can't.
No, I don't remember what it was. It was something positive, but they said not to do it because you were negative. I don't remember what it was. And actually, the guy was mixed, the original guy. The second guy, the one that we actually went to, no, we didn't know him silently because we didn't have pictures of him.
So, no, a lot of the people that we did, that is a regret of mine. I truly wish that we went with somebody who...
An open donor.
Right, open donor. We had pictures.
That's what the original guy was. He was an open donor. We had pictures of him and stuff like that, and have all his background. And we have the donors, all the background information, but it just wasn't an open donor. It was an anonymous donation.
Right. So, it's so cute because we have this envelope that it pretty much tells
his whole life
story. So, later on down the line, if questions does arise, which I'm sure that it would, we'll be able to answer a lot of her questions. But yeah, if she have questions, we'll be able to answer that. But, so we went to a fertility doctor. And the most amazing fertility doctor in the world. I truly love this lady. She was Dr. Mann. She walked me through a lot, like, because of her, when I was trying to have Alexa, I lost, what was it,
78 pounds.
78 pounds just to have my baby. Because she was like, look, she kept it real with me. When I went into there, she was like, look, you have PCOS and you're
morbidly
big.
Obese.
You're big. So...
She didn't say she was big. She told her she was morbidly obese. She used medical terms. She's a doctor. She's very professional. She used medical terms. With her having PCOS and then the issues along with her PCOS and with her being morbidly obese, it was going to be even harder for her to try to conceive a child if she did not lose weight. Right. And she did. She lost
was just like,
almost 100 pounds on her own.
If you want this, you going to do what you need to do to have this baby. And I was like,
and she had to get her blood pressure in check. It was a lot. It was a process. It wasn't an overnight thing with the losing of the weight.
Yeah, it really wasn't. It took
the blood pressure medications. Her blood pressure had to be regulated for a certain period of time before she could even get clearance to start the process from our primary care doctor along with this. And you had to get your blood sugar had to be in check also because a diabetic because of her PCOS.
And if you haven't watched that video, we'll link that as well somewhere up here about PCOS. But so she told me what it was. I did what I needed to do, and we actually, it was a requirement to have up to 2 vials, right? Or was it 2? It wasn't 3, because if it was 3, we would be using that third one. 2 vials, so we got the 2 vials, and unfortunately on the first try, nothing happened.
You didn't tell them. Are you going to tell them how you did it or no?
I did IUI. So, you can look up IUI. I'm not going to go into full detail. It's called
intrauterine insemination.
Yeah, that's a whole nother video. But first we wanted to do it at home. thing, and because of
the
PCOS
and hormonal issues she had, they were like, that's not going
it's
to
not
be,
gonna work
that
out.
would be basically a waste of vials. That with all the infertility issues she already had because of the PCOS, the IUI would be the best way to do it.
Right. So the first IUI, unfortunately, like I said, didn't go through. I was kind of heartbroken. I was like, it's not going to happen. Anybody with PCOS can't have kids. I was so ignorant about it, and I was a Debbie Downer. But everybody, well, and not everybody, because me and Deanna was the only one going through this. My mom didn't know. Like,
Yeah,
nobody knew.
We didn't tell anybody that we were doing this process, and we were doing this process for years. Like I said, this was years. With the start of her learning that she going to the primary care fertility doctor. No, going to the primary care doctor first, and then the OBGYN, and extra OBGYN is the one who recommended Dr. Mann, Dr. Jessica Mann. She's located in New Brunswick, New Jersey now.
Yes. So yeah, the first one, like I said, didn't go through, and then we had the second one. The second one, I went home. I did that one. Both of them, I did it by myself. Deanna had to work.
Yes.
So I went home and I was praying. I'm like, Lord, please, it's the last one. It's the last one. I don't want to go order no more. This is the last one. And I went home. I laid down. And I was like, come on. I went to sleep. I was like, I can't even stress about it.
You didn't go to work?
No, I stayed home. I stayed home. I took the day off. So, and then Deanna found out before me because she was impatient.
What do you mean impatient now? But you peed on the pregnancy test.
Yes, and I peed on it, and we put it in the box and said we were going to leave it alone and wait until the doctors called us. You was like, oh, I already saw it, but I didn't want to tell you.
Why would you take a pregnancy test and not look at it? Well, I don't remember that, but yeah, I already knew.
Because you said, just in case. I
don't know, but I know I knew.
She had me pee on the sticks because I was just going to wait.
It was multiple ones
the
too.
doctors went. So
Amazon had them for $1 a test, and I think I bought like 10 of them.
Yeah, so we did that when I didn't know. The doctor called me. She was like, "Oh, well, I mean, the nurse called and was like, "Oh, you're pregnant, congratulations." So hence that's where the baby came from. So and it was I love being pregnant. That's why I want to do it again. She don't want to do it again.
I'm sick. You love being pregnant.
I love being pregnant.
Was horrible. You said
the only thing that I did not like was the
pelvic pain.
The pelvic pain. That pain was crazy. But other than that, I mean, it was amazing to feel a little baby rummaging around your stomach, and doing back flips and all that other kind of stuff.
But then the child has to be born and you have to take care of that child.
Yeah. Yeah. But so I mean,
been there, done that, hated it.
That's the long story short of how the baby came along. I mean, the rest is history. So, I carried almost full term.
But because of her high blood pressure, she had to see a high risk specialist, and they noticed that at one of her appointments when she was 36 weeks, 35 or 36 weeks, that she was having an issue of failure to thrive, and they were saying that more than likely it was because she kept having spikes of high blood pressure during her pregnancy, and it was constricting the blood flow that was flowing to Alexa. So the high-risk specialist and our OBGYN made a collective decision that at 37 weeks they would induce her, because they felt at that point for her safety, because also those last 3 weeks she kept having spikes in her blood pressure where we were ending up in the emergency room because her blood pressure was jumping to over 200, and they were saying that she was becoming preeclamptic. So they were like, for the safety of them both at this point, because she was so close to being due, that at 37 weeks when she was considered to be full term, that they were going to induce her, and that's what happened. Because she wasn't actually due until January, and Alexa was born in December.
I was so scared. I was so scared. The the freaking labor was the worst pain in my entire life. Don't let nobody. Well, everybody is different.
Yeah, because my labor never lasts. Her labor was what, 23 hours. I never had a labor
horrible.
over 6 hours.
It was 23 hours of excruciating pain. Like the fact of when Alexa was born, you know how some people, they're just so excited. They're like, oh, the love that I felt was no love that I couldn't feel anything. Like I was glad the pain was over. I was just tired. Like it was horrible. But the next few days, that's when all that feeling that everybody said came. I was past. I was able to walk again.
She still was scary.
It was just that pain was stupid.
But then she was scared because Alexa was very small.
Yeah, Alexa was about that big. She wasn't that big, but she was small.
She was only like 5 pounds when she was born.
Yeah, she was small.
She was
so, yeah, like I said, the rest is history. I mean, she's now 3, and
she's a terror. She doesn't look like she was born at 5 pounds.
Talks a lot. I should show y'all a picture of her when she was born, because she looks nothing like that anymore.
Absolutely not. Okay, when she was born, we had this high yellow little light bright baby.
She was light.
Now we got a chocolate drop. Yeah, you didn't. I say now, we do have a picture over here. If we showed you the picture of when she was born compared to now, if that child had getting kidnapped, the child that we would be looking for today would never look like the child. Never think that she would look like what she looks like now. She totally looks different.
Totally different. But that's the story of how we had Alexa. I mean, if you all have any other questions, concerns, anything like that.
Oh, this is the first time she's actually coming out and publicly telling anybody, because she wouldn't allow people to know because people were just being nosy and wanted to know why and not really cared at that point. That kind of leads up to why Alexa isn't being shown, because during her pregnancy it was really no support from so-called friends.
Yeah, I wanna put, not even like a disclaimer, if you will, but I want to put it out there that now I'm 32 years old, but at this point in my life there is no hard feelings. But 3 years ago, there were
4 years.
4 years ago, there were a lot of hard feelings. There were a lot of I just felt less than from my friends. Now, to know me is to know that I'm there for my friends. I was very much always there for my friends. Pregnancies, being kicked out of homes, the list goes on. And I'm not saying I'm no savior, but I was pretty much there for my friends. But I went through my pregnancy. I went through that alone, if you will, as far as friendship wise. Not from every friend. Some friends checked up on me a lot, where they couldn't be there and, be there physically. They were there emotionally and mentally. So not every friend, and I won't name those who were not there. That's petty. But no, I didn't have that. I had my gender reveal. I even went as far as I was born and raised in Philadelphia. I now live in New Jersey. I went as far as having my gender reveal in Philadelphia because a lot of my friends said where I live is too far. So I had it at home in Philadelphia. And a lot of my friends didn't show up. So a lot of my friends didn't show up. So, I mean...
But people didn't know... Okay, number one. Okay. People didn't know that it was a gender reveal. Also. Nobody knew that we were doing this. Nobody knew that she was pregnant besides her mom, my mom, her sister, my sisters, and our grandmothers. You fly now?
I think so.
Yeah, and our grandmothers were the only people who knew she was pregnant. And so for the gender reveal, it was a gender reveal, but it was also surprise she's pregnant party. And the invitation went out kind of like, come join us in the surprise and see what's going on in our life so you could see what this is. So people didn't know it was a gender reveal until you got to the gender reveal. The invitation just said it was a party to a surprise party to celebrate with us. So maybe if they would have known it was a gender reveal, they would have came. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know if they would have came, but it has also made me feel even more of a way like you don't care about what's going on in my life. Like,
Yes,
I'm
that kind of made it
coming,
worse.
I'm coming to this city. You know, I don't live here. Yeah, all of my family lives in Philadelphia. Understandable, but prior to that, anything that I had, my family traveled to here. So
Yeah,
if
right.
I'm having it there, there is something big where I want everybody to be involved, where it's not the excuse of it's too far. So I mean, that was that. And then okay, nobody knew about that until you got there. Granted, gender reveal, found out I was having a baby girl some months later, with the video going live the time that I was there. We spent a few days in Philadelphia. I still didn't get any calls. I'm coming past, blah, blah, blah. That didn't happen. But some months later, we had a baby shower.
July, August, September, October, November. 4 months later. Because
We
the
had a
gender
baby
reveal was
shower.
in July and the baby shower was in November.
So, the baby shower happened to be where I live, in New Jersey.
Yeah, because at the pregnancy part, I was throwing her the baby shower and I wasn't transporting all the stuff from the baby shower.
Yeah.
Because maybe I will insert, if I can find the baby shower pictures. Do I have some? I think I might have some on my phone.
I
Insert.
have some.
It was a lot of work in doing the baby shower, and it was Minnie Mouse theme baby shower. But I wasn't transporting all that stuff all the way to Philadelphia. Yeah, that wasn't happening. So it was held here at a place that's about 10 minutes away from us.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 10 minutes away from us, and it was a lot transporting that stuff.
It was a bunch of cars helping us.
It was multiple trips to get the stuff to the venue, and then I don't know how we would have gotten all that stuff home, because it literally took our truck, or our Durango was full. My grandmother's truck was full. It was about 7 or 8 car fulls of stuff. We got a lot of stuff for our baby shower. Our family and friends that did come to our baby shower did support us in a major way. Like, I didn't have to get diapers, I want to say, for months.
Yeah.
Oh, no, let me stop. I had to get diapers at the beginning because she was so little. I had to buy 2 packs of preemie diapers. That was it. Then after that, we had diapers, I want to say, until she was almost a year old. That's how many diapers and stuff that we got.
I don't think we had to really
We didn't buy diapers, I think, until after she was 1. That's how many cases of diapers that we had from the baby shower. And then clothes. Yeah. Oh my goodness, clothes and shoes. Like, if y'all watched her collection video, that's a small thing. Before she was born, she had over like 60 pairs of shoes, and it was ridiculous. From size 0 all the way up to like size 7, because people know that we like shoes, and a lot of people bought her shoes. A lot of people got her shoes also.
But yeah, so I mean, we had the baby shower, and you know, a lot of, again, they didn't show up. So,
and they were invited. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even want to invite a lot of the people who I felt had let her down, because I didn't want this to be the opportunity for them to let her down again. But me being the bigger person, I invited them and they didn't come and let her down. So I felt some type of way at that point about it. It was still a really, really, really good day. Didn't even notice it until like afterwards, like going through the stuff and doing our thank you cards, that certain people did not show up. So yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that was that, and fast forward again to me having the baby. I was in the hospital for, I want to say, probably a day or two.
3.
3 days. 3 days. The very day that I had Alexa, well, it was at night, but the very next day, we posted, hey, Tay had the baby, blah blah blah. I had no visitors at the hospital. So yeah, I had no visitors at the hospital. Granted, okay, no visitors at home. It was just, so I mean, just a long story short, because I don't want to make this to be like woe it's me kind of video, but in the same token, it was just a whole bunch of letdowns when I felt like I was always there for my friends, and I just wasn't getting it. And it was some family members too. I don't want to just to make it friends, because friends come and go, but family, shoot. That's what you got. And I had some family members that did the same, and I don't pretty much know on Deanna's side if she had anybody that she would have wanted there, but friends.
No, I'm the type. I don't like people visiting my hospital, and when I first have a child, I don't want people coming and being around my child. So we're different. Like, I was happy that people did not come because I don't want them to come, and a lot of my family and friends would know that I'm not. I'm not that type of.
Not even that with them coming over there, but a lot of friends that I know that you have also didn't come to either the gender reveal or the baby shower.
Who? I didn't invite really. I didn't invite any of my friends to the baby shower.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, and some of the friends were mad once they found out that I did have it, because a lot of my friends are further away, and I felt like, oh, you're so far away. But they feel like at least extend the invitation and let them decide if they want to come or not. But yeah, I didn't even tell a lot of my friends about the gender reveal or the baby shower, because I felt like it was so far for them to be traveling to. But friends of mine still sent, once they found out, sent gifts and stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much like what made me come to the first, before it even all started. I was like, we can't show her when she first come, blah blah blah. That was before I was getting these heart-wrenching letdowns. I was like, we can't show her when she first come out, blah blah blah. We gotta wait a few days because every baby
her
a little
look
weird looking.
But she was actually cute when she was born.
So I mean, that was always the plan from rip. But I was thinking about
her head was perfectly shaped.
Yeah, she had a perfect shape head. That was I was thinking like 2-3 weeks, not 2-3 years. But and I was just like, you know what? People are not going to reap the benefits of seeing her grow up on social media. If you can't physically come see her, then you won't see her. If you didn't come and enjoy any of these moments with me, or check up on me, check on me, like anything like that, like I was going through the high blood pressure, all that other kind of stuff. Like it was my first child. I just, a lot of that was, all of it was new to me. So I just felt some type of way. So my pettiness side of it was like, I'm not going to allow you to watch my child grow up on social media. If you want to see her, you'll see her. Granted, I have some people that live far away that couldn't come, or that couldn't be there or can't see her, or I just follow people on social media that I probably never met before. That's even more of a reason. I'm like, people scary nowadays.
That's my reason. I don't show my two oldest. My son wasn't showing on social media till he was 2, because the only thing that was really around was Facebook, because he's 16. And then my daughter, I have friends of mine who didn't even know. I found out that I was pregnant with my daughter. I was on I went on bed rest when I was like 12 weeks pregnant with her, and then when I was 20 weeks pregnant with her, I was on complete bed rest. So I really didn't go anywhere unless you were a really, really close friend of mine. You didn't see me because I wasn't allowed to leave the house. I was in the bed for 23 hours. 23 and 1 was my schedule. I had 23 hours that I had to lay in the bed, and 1 hour to eat and shower. That was it. So she could stay in because I had issues of going into labor early with her. But yeah, I didn't show her on social media till she was 2 also. She was 2 before I showed her on social media. But how I did it was, once she was 2, I was posting pictures from when she was a baby, so then it was catching up. Nobody ever really saw them at their correct ages until they were like 5 or 6 on social media. Yeah, that's just not me, because I didn't. It's different because I'm older, and that's not something. Social media wasn't around when I was a child, so that's not something that it was normal for me just to be posting pictures to where any stranger around the world could see your child. I've always thought that was just different, and then I know there's a lot of creeps and stuff out here in the world, so yeah, I never really showed my children until they got older. And then when they did get older, it was always pictures of them younger. It was never pictures of themselves at their actual age until they were about 5 or 6. And then I still don't really show the older 2 on social media, and it's usually still older pictures for the most part, for like their birthday and stuff like that, and that's it. I'm not big on posting my children on social media. If you want to see them, you'll see them in person. It's just not for anybody willy-nilly to have access to them.
Yeah, and
So that's my reason.
The conversation comes up a lot, like, oh, so when we gonna show her? We gonna show her here? Like, at this point, like I told you, I'm 32 years old, and like the hurt and the pain that I did feel, it's past. Like, literally past and gone. Like, I'm over it a lot more now than I was before. And that reason for not showing her has passed. However, it's now a habit. It's like, nah.
Part of my reason now is that people feel like they're entitled to see her. We get the messages all the time. What do you think that you're Beyonce and Jay-Z? That's not Blue Ivy. Just show her. No, we don't have to be somebody famous to show our child. She is our child, and if we want to show her or not, that is our business. We don't have to show you her. We don't have to at all. Like, you don't have any rights to her.
Yeah, so
if you want to see her, you could see her in person. Don't complain that we don't post her on social media, because we don't have to. We don't. It's not like, oh, once a child is born, you must show them on social media. No, and you don't have to be rich or famous to not show your child. There are plenty of plain people who don't show their children. Plain average Joe Schmo here. People who don't show their children. Is that people have gotten this thing with social media, and we live in a society where people feel very entitled, and I'm just not a person who goes for the entitlement thing. So when she gets shown is when we decide to show her, and when we decide to show her, it probably will, by me, will not be pictures of her at the natural age. You'll get pictures of when she was like a newborn, or when she was 1. You won't get a current picture of her when I start posting her until she's older.
Yeah. So, I mean, it again, and I want to continue to say that I don't know if the people, I mean, I'm sure the people know who they are. A lot of them have seen her already, so it's not like we're still hiding them from them, I should say. Oh, we'll talk about it later. But, so, I mean, I don't know if these people watch my videos.
And I can't say it because, hold on, because I have showed her to people who are friends of mine who have inquired about her have gotten pictures, like older people who I know can't come out, and like I'm not expecting like my grandmother's 80-year-old friends to come out and visit her. I have sent them texts and pictures of her. So there are people who have seen her in pictures on a one-on-one basis, but just not on social media.
Yeah, like her, well, her godmother gets pictures like almost every other day, but she was one of the friends that came.
She was at our gender reveal, because that's
To
when we
everything.
asked them to be her godmother at the gender reveal, because they didn't even know. And that's crazy. They came to the surprise party and did not even know that we were having a gender reveal. Did they know?
No, I don't think so.
No. Oh yes. Okay. No, they did find out. They found out that no, at the gender reveal. Was it?
I think.
I can't remember if they knew or not, because I don't remember when we asked them to be the godparent. Was it either the night before the gender reveal or the night of the gender reveals when we asked them to be her godparents? So yeah.
So yeah, I mean there's no hard feelings, you guys. It's really not. You can still come see our baby, our little terror.
She's 3 going on 33.
She got some birthdays coming up, so I mean, if you want to come to the birthday parties, I mean, she had 3 other ones. You missed those, but it's okay.
Well, the last one we can't say. A lot of people missed those because her birthday party was a destination birthday party.
Yeah.
So it was really only immediate family that was there for that birthday party.
But I mean, you guys just continue to send blessings if those that you have, if you have those. I mean, other than that, hey, I mean, you'll see her. You will see her one day. It is gonna come.
It may not be today, may not be tomorrow, may not be this year or next year, but one day you'll get a post
you'll
of
see
her newborn picture.
But that's about it, guys. We're gonna wrap this up. Stay tuned. I mean, maybe we'll have other story times coming your way.
Yeah, we do. We have to do a story time. What was he talking about earlier that you were going to do a story time of? It was the beginning of this video. You said you were going to do a story time of it. I can't remember.
You asking me? I have a memory of a goldfish.
Yeah, I don't know, because we've talked about so much in this video. I didn't think this video was going to be this long. Gosh.
So yeah, you guys, we're going to end this video out. Thank you guys so much if you stuck around. Hopefully you did. If you did.
What's your magic word going to be in this video? Because we haven't been doing that.
My magic word.
Sperm donor.
Okay.
I'm joking.
Sperm donor it is.
I wasn't joking.
Yeah, people going to look in the comments like, sperm donor.
What?
Sperm donor.
That can
Comment down below. Sperm donor.
If you
Sperm
made it.
Donor.
If you made it to the end of
the
this
end.
video.
Because this is officially the end. Thank you guys so much. So.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
Share with a friend. Oh, she's really trying to get out of this video. She probably gotta go to the bathroom. When she starts rushing me off videos, it's because she got a potty.
No, my back is killing me. Anybody want to send us a couch? A day bed? just get it delivered. Get it delivered. Well,
hit us up in the comments. We'll give you the address.
Right. Give you the address. Shoot, got to be on my day off. So I could be here, and somebody got to put it together. Cause guess what? I don't want to put it together. That's a lot to ask for, but this couch.
I can put it together. Actually, no. Actually, when you get it delivered, make sure you pay for I'll pay for the assembly if you buy the couch. I don't mind that.
So y'all, you see, this back is arching up like that. That means I'm in pain. I'm in pain. It's not even that bad. It's just that it's just not a comfortable futon.
I know
it's a little futon.
My booty hurts.
Yeah, it's a futon. It's just not comfortable no more, and I'm kind of.
And it used to be so comfortable. Like this was a nice, thick, comfortable couch. And now, but look, we're about to get the Rams again. We are officially going. Bye.
Yeah.